Welcome to Great Talking Entertainment official channel. I'm your host KJ, and this is the YouTube channel where I review movies and TV shows from all your favorite superheroes, including Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and much more. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment official channel. Now let's go, baby. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, everyone. My name is KJ and I am the host, and today's video for audio is my spoiler review for the new movie Happy Gilmore 2, which is now available on Netflix. So if you have not seen this, pause this, and before you go, could you hit the thumbs up button? That would truly appreciate that, and that would help my YouTube channel to grow. And thank you in advance. And then come back and let me know what you think about Happy Gilmore 2 in the comments below, because I want to know how you feel. Did you think it was funny? Did you think it lived up to the first one? I want to know in the comments below. So again, this is a spoiler review. Y'all been warned. Now, let's get into it. This film starts off with Happy Gilmore, played by Adam Sandler, narrating a recap of the first film and giving us a little bit of life update on this character named Happy Gilmore and his wife, Virginia, explaining just how much successful he has had and a new life he's had with his wife, Virginia, as they have 4 sons and 1 daughter. But tragic hits Happy Gilmore. As it explains, it went from good luck to bad luck as we see a golf ball hit by Happy Gilmore during a game where it may have, brought death to Virginia, as it's like implying like the golf ball went in her mouth and she choked to death. And I think that's what they're implying, because they didn't show it like that, but it was like there she is, shocked, her mouth was open. And so he blames him, obviously, for the death of his wife. And, everything just went to bad. He lost everything. He lost his endorsements. He lost his house. I mean, he lost everything. And then he's back into an old, dirty house, like in a, not middle class lifestyle, not a rich class lifestyle either. And his children are grown, and they're just trying to help him out as he has become an alcoholic. And what's funny, I thought was is that Happy Gilmore was drinking alcohol through these unique alcohol. These are unique alcohol bottles where, for example, there was one where Happy Gilmore's working at a grocery store. He went from a famous golfer to just working at your local grocery store, and he had I think it was a kiwi or a cucumber, and it looked just like one, but you can twist the top off, and it was a bottle which he poured alcohol in there, and he was drinking on that. And we see that different versions of those type of unique alcohol container bottles that he has alcohol in, from his house to the weirdest place you can never imagine. And I know it's kind of a reference to, I forget the guy's name, but I know he's from I think Jimmy Kimmel or something like that. I know it came from a late night talk show. I'm not exactly sure, but I know where it came from, the concept of why he was doing this. And I thought that was pretty funny and hilarious in its own way. And again, we see a thing where in this film where we see one of Adam Sandler's daughters, who actually plays the main daughter in this film, Vanina, which is played by actress Sunny Sandler. So I think that was really cool. And also the her mom played the dance instructor as well. And we learned that this is what gets Happy Gilmore back into the game, wanted to change his life, is because his daughter in this film, Vanina, is really good at doing ballroom dancing, ballerina dancing, and obviously to go the one in Paris, France is extremely expensive. And we see that there's like a new like golf where it's like extreme golf, and this guy asks him to join him, but obviously Happy Goldmar's not having part of that, because it's like this what we learn at when we get to the end of this film is this competition of new golf is like extreme golf, and it's kind of like American Ninja Warrior meets you know like fighting, hockey fighting, but there's rules that you can't hit nobody, of course. But and then we learn that these are like they're trying to change the rules of traditional golf, right? And it's just a weird place, right? And then throughout this film, like as he's like trying to fight the urge to get better. He has the dreams where he meets his wife in his happy place. And I thought that was really cool when they did like when Happy Gilmore goes back to his happy place. And then like he kind of changes it up, obviously, to modern day what's happy place, especially at his age, of this character's age. I thought it was really funny. And, throughout this film, again, we see a lot of hilarious moments, but I would say when it gets to the half part, it stops getting funny. But the first part again of this film, it's really funny. Like one of my favorite parts is him just coming to a golf course just drunk, and he's playing with these amateur golfers, right? But they're a totally lot better, and he's like disguising himself. He's sitting with like the hat and some glasses and stuff. And it's like it must be summertime, because there's a lot of teenagers like working this mini golf play, or not mini golf, but a golf place where it's not really the pros. It's just affordable, cheap, basically. And, he's having a hard time, right? Like this guy's literally getting so bad. Like he got so drunk, he crashed another golf cart into another golf cart, and he injured the people he was playing with. And I thought that was pretty funny. Like, but people realize this is Happy Gilmore as he took his hat off and glasses, right? And they were just like, wow, this guy's not as good as he was. And then in this episode, we see that we see Shooter McGavin is in a mental hospital. Like he's on the 8th floor, and he's been locked up for 29 years, but he still can't get over the fact that Happy Gilmore is winning the Golden Jacket Hall, and the counselors was like, you can't do that, right? And then we see that Happy Gilmore has to take an AA meeting, like by court. And the guy, played by Ben Stiller, is Hal, I believe, and he's a counselor now. And he was like his grandma's nurse, and he treated his grandma so bad in a nursing home. So throughout this episode, he treats him so bad and abuses the workforce. But it was funny, like we get to the end of that film too, where actor / rapper Kid Cudi and one of Adam Sandler's other daughters, which I can't remember her name at the moment. She's an undercover cop, or just paid to be undercover with a wire to arrest this guy for forcing people in AA meetings who have alcohol problems to, work for him without, paying them any type of money and treating them really bad. And so they got away with it. They caught him, obviously. But I thought that was really funny. But what was really interesting is I like this throughout this film is as we're seeing these funny moments, and there's a lot of haha moments through here, that throughout this film it was a feel good moment. We see Happy Gilmore trying to teach the young generation and his kids and sons, which one of his sons was played by AEW professional wrestler, all elite wrestler, I should say, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, which we just call him MJF. And then we have WWE superstar Becky Lynch, a part of the Maxi Golf League, which is that's the new version of golf. And I honestly, this is, to me, those are pretty decent cameos that I enjoyed. And there's a lot of cameos. Like Bad Bunny played one of the waiters, which becomes one of Happy Gilmore's caddies. Will become his caddies. And throughout that was pretty funny. And this is the whole thing about just watching a guy, Happy Gilmore, and more particularly, get really good back at golf, but giving up alcohol and changing like his quote unquote happy places. Like he went from imagining Virginia in like some hot Victoria's Secret outfit with two beers. Well, not beers, but like, just in containers of beer, right? To like just be on his Facebook, going to the bathroom and watching funny like cat videos or whatever. Just something funny videos you most people watch on social media, right? And it kind of changes that. But when we get to the Maxine League, this is where I felt like this film didn't become funny. I lost interest in it, and I feel like the whole story went south. It like took a left turn and hit a wall. Because now this thing just became too much at the time. Like, I like the encouragement of somebody like Happy Gilmore overcoming alcohol, overcoming depression, grief, and then watching him slip back into it, but also making a comeback again and getting better at it. And I also like the idea that there's people who were rooting for him and he had somebody to talk to. I like that type of story, and it had a real positive message. But then all that kind of just went away. It's like the second half of this film became a whole different movie, especially in the Maxi League. As the tournament starts, watching Becky Lynch was really cool, but it's just too many celebrities, and this is a lot of the adult humor jokes just weren't executed right as a comedy, and I didn't think it was very funny. Yes, the one thing is we learned that this group of Maxi Golf League who tried to recruit Shooter McGavin is they would cut something, like, I forget the medical term, but they would cut something in between, well, your booty, right, inside your butt. And that would help you be able to twist your body unnaturally to swing at the golf ball a lot better, right? And it was okay. I was like, okay, it had to be something funny. But after that, it kind of just lost interest because it wasn't as funny. Right? I would say when Shooter and Gilmore, like, were at the graveyard, right, by Virginia's graveyard, and they duked it out, and they kind of made peace with each other and became good friends and wanted to stop this Maxing League. Right after that scene, it lost me. That's where I feel like the funny went away. It wasn't really interesting no more. I didn't really care about it as much. But then when you get to like the end where Happy Gilmore and his team successfully win this odd, strange mixture of again, like American Ninja Warrior mixed with, it had a little bit of like, it reminded me of Wipeout, the TV show Wipeout. And because they had these real weird obstacle courses that does not make sense to play golf on. And everything they try to do to make it to justify. I just didn't think it was entertaining. I didn't think it was funny, and it wasn't at best. But obviously, at the end, like the old school golf team won. You know, the traditional golf always wins. And then I did like when they had like Bob Barker and some of the characters, like the alligator, and seeing other characters who have quote unquote passed away or died in the first one. I like that because it was Bob Barker, and Bob Barker is obviously has passed away way before they shot this movie. So that was really cool. I felt like too I didn't like about it is, did everybody have to have a kid? Like, did every side character in the first Happy Gilmore have to have a kid? Like, it's, you know, don't disrespect to Eminem. He was funny in it, but did the guy that had to scream jackass in the first Happy Gilmore film have to have a kid? It never made sense to me. You know, there's some characters that made sense to have, that they would have kids and move on, and they would look up to Happy Gilmore as a legend. I get that. But that's where, again, I felt like it was too much celebrities. And then, you know I'm going to sound like a hypocrite, but I felt like there's too many, like, content creators. I know I'm a hypocrite for saying that because I'm a content creator, but it was, like, way too much. It was way too much, and they weren't even funny. They had, like, guys like Stephen A. Mill in there, which he was pretty good, and I liked him in it. He had some ha-ha moments for me. But other than that, the thing I did not like about this is the second half of this film, which I just explained, was just not funny to me. I lost interest, but the one thing I would say good about this from the second half that led all the way to the end of this film was it did have a happy moment, feel good moment. He got the money. He got to send all his kids to Paris, France, so the daughter's brothers can watch out and look after her, and she can look after them. And that was really cool. But he accomplished it. We see Happy Gilmore, get over grief, get over alcohol addiction. That was all good. They kept the feel-good moment in that, but again, it just wasn't as funny. Do I think it's as good as the first one? No. I felt like they tried too hard, and I felt like they tried to make it how we are today in today's society with the social medias, the podcasts, the YouTubes. Like, I get it, and I knew why they were going to do it, but is it a good movie to watch at least one time? Yes. Like, I'm not saying don't watch this, but it's just, I didn't think it's nothing I'm going to watch again. So if I had to give it a 1 out of 10, I'm going to give it a 3. It was okay. Adam Sandler is funny. He's great. And a lot of the actors and actresses and other celebrity guests on there are really awesome, and I like seeing them. They're good in their own ways, but they just weren't good in this particular film. So, but that's my review, y'all. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment Official channel. Subscribe, hit that notification button so you can always be updated with all my latest content. Thank you guys, and peace